Hello guys, today I want to show you this particular workflow. This is how I make my research when I want to design a church flyer. I come over to Pinterest. There are tons and tons of designs that are here. Like you can't do without. There are so much. So basically, you can come. I say, this is for a church flyer which I'm looking for. So let me say I like this because it's very simple. It doesn't require much. So as for beginners, they can follow along with me. You can follow along with me. So basically, here, this is just text. This is shape. This is another shape. And then make sure that your alignment is blending like that. This is the minister here. So there are no much effects using this. So I'll looking at this, I'm thinking of using Photoshop, for instance, for this flyer. So, but I want to do like two versions. So for I'll use Corridor and later use Photoshop. But Photoshop, I believe Photoshop is gonna will give us. We'll just do the two and then we'll see how it works. So now let me download. This is our inspiration here. So from this inspiration, we have downloaded it. So now let's make our own research of the informations we want. Okay, the ministry pastor, and let me say image of someone in suit, of a man in suits. This is how I get my resources for before I make my design. So let's assume this is our pastor. Yes, this is our pastor. Let me assume this is our pastor, and then we'll download it. So next, we'll be using from that. That's okay. So let me open Photoshop straight and then Control New. Let's we are making it 5 by 7. Then we'll click on create. So now we import this image in, the one we just downloaded. Let me shift away so that we can find it. Let me see. Or let's come to our download folder here. I think we'll get it faster. I guess. And that's it. So we'll now drag it into Photoshop like this. This is it. So under this, um, we'll drag it to. Let's first of all remove the background, or we can say we'll just cancel it. This is our canvas, so we can just drag it into the canvas straight without no waste of time, because that will be delaying us for another option. So let's find it. It's through the same way. It's quite technical. Yes. So here, this is it. And then we'll drag in. This is our canvas. So we'll now paste it inside our canvas like this. And okay. So now it's a one color background. Let me come back. This is a one color background. So let me readjust my size. So since it's a one color background, you can now select subject. You come to select subject. It has selected. Oh, like you see how it's selected. And if you notice any, come closer, you see how it selects definitely very well. So now press Ctrl J to remove the background. So you can see it has removed it. So if you see any blemishes, that anything remaining, you can just, let me say I can use our background eraser. Can come here, then remove whatever is remaining there. So but it is affecting, if it's affecting and you feel that it's not all right, you can come to your polygon lasso tool here. You can draw other given area like this, join together, then right click there and then click on feather, click on OK, and then you can delete by pressing backspace on your keyboard. So let's deselect by press. You can press D, or you can now right click and select the select, and then we'll find our background in the course of this as well. So the next thing here will, let me resource. This is just a workflow that if you're a designer, you can follow along with me. So a church background. So this is a church background. So using this church background, I'm thinking of this and this. So if you select this at this moment, you can right click and download. And this too, you can now select and say download. This is how basically I run my work. This is my workflow. Let's go with this for a start. If it doesn't work, we make changes. And from here, what you are seeing here, you can now carry your, we'll take the image up. So from this image here, you select the background, Ctrl T. You now readjust. We want to make some readjustments. So from our pastor here, things will begin to fall in place. Don't worry. Things will fall in place. So selecting, and then let's bring him down a bit. The guy is handsome. Oh my God. See, fine boy. So the next thing is come to your brush here. You select your brush, and then we want to, under this, then change this. Let the white be in front, and then from your brush here, you select it. Press caps lock so that you can see the size of it, and then you can increase it. You can increase the size by coming here. You can now increase the size or reduce it depending on how you want it. You press caps lock so that you can see the roundness. So you can now increase it by coming here, or you can still go as far as how it is. So anyhow you want it, you can reduce the size, its size. Can readjust from here as well. Increase like this. Or if it doesn't work that way, you can now, you can select your marks. Here we have, you select this image, you click on marks, create the mark, select the mark. So under the marks, you can now change this behind, and then you can now draw. Can you see that? Please, if you don't understand, you can ask me again. Let's go over again. Let me undo. You select this image, come to marks here. Under this marks, you can select this. This is your brush. Under the marks, make sure this black is in front, the white is behind. So now you can now draw it like this. This is the best way for to achieve that. So our pastor's name is Pastor Joseph. Pastor Joseph. And then we notice something here. We can do away with that as well. Magic eraser. Let's say we select it. Let's try using the magic eraser to remove that. If we don't remove that, we can say background. We can reduce. If it doesn't work, like that, we'll leave it at that juncture, or we can still use this polygon lasso tool like this, and then we'll do away with it. That's okay. That's the best way we can leave it for now. And then we can now write his name, Pastor Joseph. PST, Pastor Joseph. You select it and then you give it a white color. This is a white color. Press enter at this juncture. Then let's adjust it. Pastor Joseph Okama. So we want to make it, we'll select this so that we'll have full control over it. So we now will duplicate this here down so that we'll paste the Joseph so that it will be on one particular text. Control. We'll still select it by pressing alternate and hold. Drag it down. And then here we'll write Okama. So Pastor Joseph Okama. Then I want to change this particular font to a more tiny font. I don't have fonts like that, but outfit, I like outfits very well. So here, this is Pastor Joseph Okama. So here, Pastor Joseph will be ministering this Sunday. So on this image here, we want to make the image pop as well. So you come to your filter here, come to your camera raw here, and I have a video on how to make your image pop. So we're not diving through. This is your texture, adding the texture. So we're making this readjustment like that. So the same thing, we're going to our color grading. So here, these are the midtones. Then this is a small shadow if you want to add in blues. And then this is the highlight. So for the highlight, you sharpen it a bit, and then noise we reduce a little bit, and then click on OK. So we have now transformed it to this look as you are seeing from here, like this. And then we want to give it a light. We want to give him light at this point here. So we'll select him like this, and then we'll come to, let's say, hue or saturation. From here, we can now select blue, for instance. We can select that. Let's use that. Then you can now invert. Under this invert, you select this, and then you come to under the invert. You use your brush, and then we'll try to readjust. Sorry, let's change it behind. You see what is happening. So we want that light to just be by the side, his side here. So you can see his face. You can see how little it is. We want that light to just bounce on him. Not that we want it to be anywhere in front here. We can now reduce it. So the light is a bit little, but not that much on him. So Joseph, ministering pastor Joseph. So the church name is, our church name is Revival Youth Hub. So under the Revival Youth Hub, here I'll also be using Montserrat. Revival Youth Hub. Then we'll be changing this. Please change it to white, because this is how I basically run my workflow. So if you have any questions, please, you can ask in the comment section. So we'll change it to semi bold as it is like this. Let's select all. Come here, and then medium PC is okay. And then at this juncture, we'll have we'll want to give it, we'll draw a rectangle. That rectangle we drew there. Then for you come here, you click here so that you can change the color. You have option to change the color. If you can't change it like that, you can come out. you can pick any color from his dress or anywhere suitable so that it will blend with the any color from the background. So let's readjust this. If you want to give it a stroke, you select it. Come to effects here, you give it a stroke, and then you can give it a white stroke, for instance. And then you click on OK. They say, or if you don't want, if you don't see any need for the stroke, you are invited. So from let's check our inspiration. This is our inspiration that we downloaded. We downloaded a very nice inspiration for that design, which was this was our inspiration from that design. So now what will happen is December 2026, then us will now change, we'll now make our theme differently. So our theme is say availing power. Then also we can now say bringing forth. That is our theme. So we can now write theme. Our theme of so we'll adjust it. This is our theme. Bringing, we can say theme. So this is the theme. So we'll now duplicate the text. As it's there like that, you duplicate it. You can select now, you say bringing forth. I press caps lock. Bringing forth. So we'll separate this. I want to separate it so that I'll have authority over it to move it randomly. So we'll now drag it to make it bigger. You duplicate it. Let's change the font to a bigger font. Let me say Bebas, for instance. So that's our theme. So you say bringing forth so that you can be able to, since it's what we want people to see very well. So let's copy this, can bring it down, and then we'll write. So at this juncture, we can now say we want to give space in between. Yes, you can as well do it like this, or so I want to create emphasis. I want to create emphasis on this theme. So I want it to carry a background behind it that is white. Sorry, that is red. Let me move away a bit. So the emphasis there is under it. I'm changing it to completely red. Then I'll take it down. You click on OK. Then I'll now take it down. From here, I'll take it down the text. And then I'll also readjust this rectangle as well. Sorry. Or if there's no need, you see how it's coming out where it can still come out here very well. So let's leave it and then see how it works. So under from our inspiration, this is it. There's a line here. So let's go over to the date. You can now move this side. So from here we are targeting our event should be 15th of July. 15 July. Mhm. So 15 July, 10 p.m. 15 July. So under the 15 July, we can say, we can say 10 a.m. prompt. Mhm. So this is it. If we remove this, we can assume that we can see that it's very beautiful. Like this is very simple and straight to the point. So let's do some alignment. Even without, let's see some view, you can now say show rollers. Let's do some small alignment and see. The design is very simple, so we want to ensure that everything is aligned. So we are not dragging much. Oh. This is just basically what we are going to do in this design. And then let's separate this so that there is a consistent way for viewers to see. So from middle here, we can now draw an outline. That's it. It is not showing because I think it's on shape. So the stroke, we'll just need a stroke, a little stroke. So the stroke color will be white. So that's it. Let me see. Let me see. It's not showing. This one I'm very surprised. Let's get to know the problem. Yes, that's it. Very simple. Okay, at this juncture, we have come to the end of this flyer. We struggled all the way, but we have achieved something. So basically, you are going on with something. So I will give you the asset of this design. It's just the picture on the background so that you can follow along with me. And then if you have any observations, please don't hesitate to drop into the comment section. Let's tackle this thing. We are all learning. If you have any observation, please drop it as well. Thank you, and I hope to see you at the top. Let's close that.